no trades left, and a donut for round 19?
Guaranteed!
Oh man.
It's kind of late.
Krispy Kreme!
Oh, now that
Oh yes.
a party. It's
You're
a
welcome,
party.
Chuck.
It's a party.
Wow.
It's a party.
Thank you.
Come on
Party.
in, Sean.
How are you today? Thank
Look
you.
at
This is the
this
greatest
right
thing.
here.
Yo, wait.
Come on
this
in,
is
Sean.
the greatest button in the world. The greatest button in the world.
Sean.
Wow.
Rob. Nikki.
Man. This is the greatest button in the world.
You're welcome, Chuck.
It's all about donuts in SuperCoach right now. For most people, it will be because they'll see a donut next to the amount of trades they have left. But for me, I copped a donut this week, and I will most likely cop a donut next week as well. So to score 2,329 with 21 playing and only drop 165 spots, it's really not the worst result, to be honest. I thought it would be a lot worse for the team. I thought we'd be kicked out of the top 2k, so I'm pretty content with this. It could have been a lot worse. Won't spend too much time on the team. It's all pretty straightforward. Defense, most of them just making the ton. Ridley first score under a ton in a while, so that's whatever. And Bianco did okay covering Whitfield, who didn't play this week. The midfield was led by none other than Sam Walsh. Extra responsibility with Cripps out, and he absolutely delivered. He's been on a tear the past 4 weeks. Don't think he's gone under 130 in that time. Just amazing form he's in, and it's pretty insane that he's up to M1 now. Not too long ago he was M7. McRae was good, but did spend a fair bit of time on the bench. Not sure if the dogs are just preserving his body or whatever, but 124 is still fine. Bont had 15 clangers, so it's a little surprising that his SuperCoach score was only 12 less than his dream team, but it's whatever, we'll take it. Petrarca was really good through 3 quarters, but just didn't do enough in the last, and that 125 could have been a lot more, but we'll still take it. Lyons wasn't too impactful, but got a lot of the ball and made his way up to a ton. Clary was great. Neil had his moments. His score could have been a 110 plus, but he ended the game with a turnover handball and a frustration free kick against. So that obviously put him under the 110, but it's whatever. 107 still good. And Brayshaw, Freo had a tough night against Geelong. He was one of their better players. Bramble on the bench, playing half back with the Hawks' lack of defenders, and he's become really good cover for the team and for a lot of teams out there. Cover I wished I had in the forward line, which we will get to in a bit. The rucks were just underwhelming this week. Grundy as captain was looking really good through a quarter and a half. I thought he's on track to beat McRae's 124 as vice. It's going well. And in the end, just really disappointing. Pretty much disappeared in the second half. And at the moment, I don't think Gawn's going to get back to his high ceiling best. It's all about Sean Darcy at the moment. He's in unreal form. And the forward line, Danger was fantastic. Zeeble okay. Hall found a lot of the footy through 3 quarters, but quiet in the 4th. Degoe was very good, and it's good signs that he still scored 110 plus even without much scoreboard impact. And I had to keep Langford, because the plan was I was going to go Langford to Dale, and I wanted to wait till the final minutes just to make sure Dale wasn't a late out or anything like that. But Dusty ended up going down on the Friday night, so I just wanted to see what they'd say about it, how long he'd be out for before making any decisions trade-wise. And once they announced Dusty was out for the season, I had to hold that trade because obviously I'm not trading a 2 to 3 week injury over a season ender. So that meant I was copping a donut with Langford, and I lost 100 points there not being able to trade in Dale. But it is what it is, just unfortunate. Got a lot of bad luck this season with injury, but a lot of people have. it's just been that sort of season. But yeah, Dusty going down, real unfortunate, and overall just an underwhelming trade-in. He was the guy I brought in for danger when he got suspended in round 1. Started off really well, 120 against the Hawks in round 2, and after that it was just up and down really. Feel like I got baited, thought he was in for a big year, but ended up being just same old regular season Dusty, so I'm not starting with him next year. So Dusty will be my final trade unless they decide to give us a couple more trades, which would be handy, but I don't expect it to happen. We don't have many great options at 455k, just short of T-Mac, Marshall as well. If we go by players I can afford, yeah, the options aren't great, but we do have a handy player, which will be the guy I trade in, and that is Shea Bolton. I think it goes without saying he's going to have a much bigger role now that Dusty's out for the season, and even though he hasn't been in the best form, Richmond were much better against Brisbane, he was much better, and I think he'll have a good end to the season in a bigger role. So I'm going Dusty to Shea, 34.2k in the bank. I don't know how relevant that's going to be unless we get more trades, but there it is, a donut under trades left, and it's going to be a long 5 weeks, hoping for no injuries, hoping for no more bad luck, because it's been a tough couple weeks. Whitfield going down, Langford going down, now Dusty, and on top of that there's a lot of people out there that would have had Mills and Green, and of course Josh Kelly rolls the ankle. It's so much tough luck at the moment in SuperCoach, real unfortunate stuff. You can plan for your team in the preseason all you want, but nothing prepares you for when 5 minutes before the game they say Callum Mills and Toby Green are out because they have to isolate. It's just dumb luck and it's so unfortunate, but what can you do? But this is how the final team is gonna look. We'll sub on Whitfield, and that's all the premiums on field. Captains this week, we have a lot of loops with the lack of cover, but Edwards plays, well, North play last game, so Edwards won't be locked out until the very last game, so that's good. We'll chuck him on field so we can change captain whenever, and we'll make sure at all times I check SuperCoach that the E is on Gorn. We don't want to mess up there. But we'll go Bont Vice against Adelaide. Mids always go off against Adelaide. We just gotta hope he doesn't keep turning the ball over, because he's had issues with that lately. But Bont as Vice, got a 199 against him last year. And it's hard to go past Walsh against North as captain. In the form he's in, I think he's a pretty safe C at the moment. Whitfield should be back this week. I think the 12 days should be up before their game. If not, then that's sad. And Langford won't be back this week, so we're gonna have to hope for something miraculous to happen with McRae, Coleman Jones or Saunders, which I don't expect. Maybe with Collingwood playing poorly in that fourth, they could make a change and give Finn McRae a gig, but I don't expect it to happen. Would be nice, but I'm expecting a donut for round 19. In terms of Dusty trade options, if you can go to someone above his price, then best available, I reckon. Tagoe, Hind, Dale, Stringer, Marshall, Hawkins, T-Mac. I think I'd put Hawkins and T-Mac a tier under because they're key forwards. But if you can't go above Dusty's price, or if there aren't the best options for you, then I like Bolton the most. But that will do it. Good luck to you all for this coming round. Hopefully the carnage doesn't hit your team too hard. Hopefully it didn't this week, and hopefully it won't next week. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.